flow over me. Clear my eyes that I might see. Spirit flow over you, and know that you are spirit too. We are floating in a spirit wind, never knowing where we'll fall. Carried far from where we began, and that's the beauty of it all. Spirit flow over me. Clear my eyes that I might see. Spirit flow over you, and know that you are spirit too. We alone determine where we stand, back to back or face to face. Everyone will surely take up arms, some to fight, some to embrace. Spirit flow over me. Clear my eyes that I might see. Spirit flow over you, and know that you are spirit too. The spirit flow over me. Clear my eyes that I might see. Spirit flow over you, and know that you are spirit too. And know that you are spirit too. And know that you are spirit too.
Good morning and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, coming to you live from Paoli, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Django Clump. Oh, we love that. In fact, there's a very good chance we may be able to see him one of these days. He's way up in Rochester, New York, but he misses us. And one of these days we may have him in person. That would be wonderful. Well, we love that you're here with us today. I just returned from Boca Raton, Florida yesterday, and it's very good to be home. It was lovely being with family, and it's very good to be home. This is family too, you know. So we teach spiritual principles that are very practical, and we also know that our new thought philosophy, religious science, science of mind, is one of the new thought philosophies. But we know that they're all based on ancient wisdom. So this is not something that somebody just dreamed of. These are universal principles that we learn and teach and implement in our lives. We have spiritual tools that we use for any human condition that we can imagine, and boy, can we imagine them, can't we? So we're so happy that you're with us wherever you are in the world and wherever you are on your spiritual journey. I think you'll find that this time together with us is going to be a peaceful, powerful, pleasant time. And we're grateful that we honor your faith, tradition, whatever it may be. You know, Reverend Mike and I were just at the Parliament of the World's Religions last month, where 7,000 of us from every imaginable faith tradition gathered from around the world. And there's a beautiful feeling of knowing that each of us has our own individual and personal path, our evolutionary process, and that we honor and are quite interested in and respect everyone else's path. That's the way the world is meant to be. And that's what we work on together in creating a world that works for all, a world that works for everyone. And we include all because it's not just the people. It's the animals and the plants, and it's the seas and the sky and the universe itself. So thank you for being with us today. We welcome you with open hearts, and the time may come when we can welcome you in person, because that's even better. And we do get together a couple of times a month at least, and we love that. If you're not in the area, you're always welcome to join with us in this way. Isn't it great to be able to have access to the internet so that we can be with people all over the world? I love the infinite intelligence that brought this technology into being so that we can be with you. And we also, I sort of snuck in that Centers for Spiritual Living, creating a world that works for all. Usually I give my AV people a little more sense of what's coming, but I just did it, you know. So now I'm going to give you, I'll give you some warning that we're going to also share the Centers for Spiritual Living vision, and it is a wonderful one. If you wish to say it with me here or from wherever you may be, please do. Awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. You are spiritually magnificent, and you were so wise to join us here today, because we love having you, and we love working together and having our circle of friends and family just expand and expand and expand. And here in the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, here we also have a purpose statement, and I'd invite you to share that with me too if you wish. Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. Yes, it does. Now, this is typically the place where I would be sharing with you our Declaration of Principles that Ernest Holmes wrote about 100 years ago. He called it What We Believe. And we will be doing that most every week. But today I'm going to be reading you something else. This, as I said, this is ancient wisdom. And the New Thought philosophy has embraced and understood and put to use ancient wisdom in a way that we can all personally feel it, experience it, and live it in our lives. So this is ancient that I'm going to read to you. It is from the Kabbalah, and it is called The Pattern on the Trestle Board. So listen with your heart open if you would. All the power that ever was or will be is here now. I am a center of expression for the primal will to good, which eternally creates and sustains the universe. Through me, its unfailing wisdom takes form in thought and word. Filled with understanding of its perfect law, I am guided moment by moment along the path of liberation. From its exhaustless riches of its limitless substance, I draw all things needful, both spiritual and material. I recognize the manifestation of the undeviating justice in all the circumstances of my life. In all things great and small, I see the beauty of the divine expression. Living from that will, supported by its unfailing wisdom and understanding, mine is the victorious life. I look forward with confidence to the perfect realization of the eternal splendor of the limitless light. In thought and word and deed, I rest my life from day to day upon the sure foundation of eternal being. The kingdom of spirit is embodied in my flesh. Juicy, huh? Now let's have our opening community song. And if you follow along with Eddie Watkins Jr., you may want to sing along here and there where it's easy to do. Okay, take it away, Eddie. I love Eddie Watkins Jr.'s music, and I love it when our own house band plays it, and Emily Messino sings it. Remember, we used to call her Emily Zoll. Now we call her Emily Messino, and there's a reason for that. So, hi, kids. I want to talk to you for a bit this morning. We don't have any of you here right now, but I know you're out there somewhere. And we love you. We love you so much. And it feels good to be with you, even from a distance. So this month we're talking about aliveness. Well, I don't know too many people who are more alive than you are, so you're good examples of this. And I also know that it's God's life that moves through us all the time. And that includes when we may not be feeling well, when we catch something. I was going to say, wouldn't you rather catch a fish? Maybe not, but we don't want to catch those things that go around. But sometimes we don't feel well. Did you know that? Sure, you've experienced it. There are even times when we hurt our bodies and they're in the process of healing. You might break a toe or something like that, or have a little operation and have your tonsils out or something. Do we need tonsils? I don't know. In any case, there are times that we hurt, our bodies hurt. There are times that there are things going on in them. There are times that we just do something like scratch a finger and it bleeds. And did you notice that as soon as that happens, it's like every intelligent part of our body rushes in to begin to heal it. Now I'm going to teach you a word, which I wouldn't be surprised if you already know. It goes like this: homeostasis. Say that with me. Homeostasis. It is the way the universe returns to a natural, normal balance of the flow of life. That's what begins to happen if we break something, even a fingernail, because it's going to grow again, or if we hurt ourselves in some way, or if we have a cold or something that isn't feeling good. Instantly, doesn't wait a bit, right away, immediately, the infinite intelligence in your body goes right to work and returns you and me and everyone to a natural state of well-being and wholeness called homeostasis. And there was a wonderful Catholic mystic named Meister Eckhart, and he also understood about this. And he called it, are you ready for this? The unimpeachable wholeness of the universe. Say that with me. The unimpeachable wholeness of the universe. So you see, we don't have to get well again. We simply have to get real quiet and listen and open our hearts and our minds to the flow of God's grace, to the flow of sweet spirit moving through us, keeping us in perfect harmony and well-being. So however you're feeling right now, whatever may be going on in your day right now, let's become open and receptive to that beautiful healing presence that always, always expresses through us greatly, grandly, never stops, unceasingly, another one of my favorite words, and feel that life living you. That's it for today. Happy day. Feel good. I know you do. Lots of love. And now we are going to have some announcements from Monet Farrington. Underneath. Sorry.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the generous welcome. Appreciate that. My name is Monet Farrington. I am a member of the Board of Trustees. The red light on. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay.
Close.
Yeah. So my name is Monet Farrington. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees, and I'm also a member of the AV team.
Yay!
Thank you. If you are a GPCSL member and would like to consider joining our Board of Trustees, reach out to me or one of the other board members for more information. This has been definitely a work of love, and I enjoy serving on our board, work with some really amazing people to do great things for a really amazing community. So I definitely would encourage anyone who feels called to serve to do so. Um, our next in-person Sunday celebration will be held Sunday, September 17th in Eagleville. Sunday, September 24th as well, will be held in person, but at the Wilson Farm Park Pavilion in Chesterbrook for our annual picnic. Attendees are invited to bring a dish to share, a snack or dessert. We also invite you to bring a friend, which is awesome, or a well-behaved pet. And if you do, you'll receive a free special surprise gift. A gift for the friend, not the well-behaved pet. No. Please register to attend and let us know if you're able to contribute, to the cookout, and if you are bringing a friend. For classes, you can still join Reverend Mike for an ongoing Zoom class. Again, ongoing. Will that last 3 years this time? Maybe, maybe. On how to use the science of mind. That'll be on Saturday mornings, starting August 26th. So it's already started, from 9:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. Also, Reverend Mike, who's a busy guy, will also teach a 5-week evening accredited class entitled Mental Equivalence. That's starting on Thursday, September 28th from 6:30 to 9 Eastern Time. And Dr. Maxine will have a meditation and serendipity workshop that runs for 6 Tuesdays from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Zoom. And that will be from September the 26th until October 30th. We have some more in-person events, one of them being our next full moon ceremony that'll be held on Friday the 29th from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Inspiration Cafe, and that's rain or shine. A really cool event. I've done it consistently. It's really, really amazing experience. Join us for the next Nibbles and New Thought night, and that's going to be Monday, October the 2nd. That's from 6:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m., and that's at the Brick and Brew in Malvern. You can also go to our website, which is cslphilly.org. It's probably right there. It's spinning around. There you go. And stay tuned for more information on a special in-person Thanksgiving celebration in November at the Sheraton Hotel in King of Prussia, and our annual winter solstice in December. So we have a lot of cool things going on, and you can speak to one of us, or easiest way, go to cslphilly.org. All right, thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you, Monet. We do have great things going on, and I love the way you tell about them, too. Okay. Now I would like to wait a minute, did we forget something? No. Okay, now I would like to introduce for our opening treatment our dear practitioner, Georgiana Gord.
The topic today is initiating wholeness, and I was curious about the word wholeness. And there's wholesomeness, there's whole, and there's also holy in it. And so that led me to take a look at Ernest Holmes' interpretation of wholeness, wholesomeness, and holiness all at once. And on page 365, he says this: God is the infinite spirit, the limitless conscious life of the universe, the one infinite person within whom all people live, the one indivisible whole. So with this in mind, I'd like to do our opening treatment today with regards to knowing that I am just so grateful to be in and live in the indivisible wholeness of God. And I say this knowing that there's only one life, one love that's everywhere present. It's God. It's the essence. It is, and it's everywhere present because it is. And when I take a look at the word because, there's a segment in it that is cause. And I connect this into knowing because God is the first cause. And the first cause lives through and by means of me as peace and joy and harmony and wisdom and essence and freedom and wholeness. And I align in this wholeness. I'm so grateful for this realization, for the holy, holy, holiness that lives within me. And I'm grateful that this holiness, this wholesomeness, and this whole aspect of Spirit of God, of all, is right here today during our service. It lives through and by means of Reverend Mike as he allows himself to connect into the wholeness of his body, mind, and spirit. I am grateful to just see the wholeness of God emanate through all of the activities, seen and unseen, with everyone that in their holiness brought their heart to make today happen. I am grateful for Dr. Maxine and all that Dr. Maxine does and lives in her holiness. You see, it's a perfect picture. So why not enjoy the picture as we move into today's service, the picture of health, the picture of freedom, the picture of the divine spirit that is only a snapshot in this big wholeness of God. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, as I release this into the law, knowing that it is received, acted upon, and done. And please join me in saying, and so it is. So with this in mind, I'd like to lead us in today's affirmation that goes as follows. My primary focus is on what is good, true, and eternal, as I invite health and wholeness to manifest in and through me. Thank you.
Thank you, Georgiana. Holiness. You are holiness personified. Thank you for that. Okay. Now it's time to listen to some music, and you can sing along with it if you wish as we prepare for meditation. Here, in the presence of the holy, we come with open hearts and open minds, letting our souls rise to experience that which is true, that which is beautiful, that which is eternal. So breathe in with me that holy presence And exhale, allowing it to move out through the room where you are and beyond. Continue to breathe in deeply that precious presence of spirit and circulate it out into the world. And with every sacred breath comes more aliveness and a greater sense of harmony. And as we look about the world from this sanctified space of peace and serenity, what we may see that appears to be chaos, let us choose right now this clear intention. I choose peace instead of this. And as we look about the room from this sacred space of serenity and harmony, and we see anything that appears to be dis-ease, let us set this intention, I choose wholeness instead of this. And the choices of spiritual well-being continue. We remain in this space of omnipresence, omnipotence, omniactivity, seeing and experiencing everything in our world from the absolute. And in the absolute, there is nothing but wholeness, perfection, holiness, peace, prosperity, pleasantness, harmony, understanding, love, wisdom. And so we remain in this space while we also acknowledge what the world is asking for. It is all a request for prayer. And so we enter even more deeply into the sacred space within our hearts, where we see clearly, where we rest in faith and confidence and clear knowing and sweet feeling that God is always in charge. And as we continue to set these beautiful, clear intentions, let us rejoice and give thanks that God is in the details, working out every beautiful way for our goodness to manifest. It's not our job. It is our joy to let God do what needs to be done with grace, with ease. You may wish to take a moment to go more deeply in your heart. There may be a question, or there may be a challenge, a situation that you're ready to heal. Just bring it to your source and listen, listen, listen for the answer. And it is revealed, either here, now, or later. And it is revealed. For Spirit is so alive within us all, that the sweet presence of Spirit lifts us, nurtures, heals, reveals, and guides us. And we know, truly we know, that all is well.
I'm held in peace. God is holding me. With every breath, with every step, God is holding me. 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 I'm held in love. I'm held in peace. God is holding me. With every breath, with every step, God is holding me. 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 God is holding me.
We're going to the land of milk and honey, where you don't need no money. Talking about the journey deep inside, with infinite spirit as a guide, where your imagination can run free, and you can realize all your dreams. We're talking about the journey deep inside, with infinite spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll be living in heaven here on earth, experience life for all it's worth. We're talking about the journey deep inside, with infinite spirit as a guide. For what you believe you can achieve, let your wild horses run free. We're talking about the journey deep inside, with infinite spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah, we're going to the land of milk. You don't need no money. Infinite spirit, your imagination can run free, and you can realize all your dreams. Talking about the journey, talking about the journey. Oh, let the spirit be your guide, let the spirit be your guide, let the spirit be your guide. Let the spirit be your guide, let the spirit be your guide, let the spirit be your guide. I'm talking about the inward journey. Talking about the inward journey. Talking about the inward journey. Talking about the journey. Journey, talking about the journey. And what you believe you can achieve. Talking about the journey deep inside. Talking about the journey. Talking about the journey. Yeah. You don't need no money. Talking about the land of milk and honey. Everything you want is already there. We've been living in heaven here on earth. Yes, we will. Thank you. What a band. Wow.
Thank you, Eddie and group. How wonderful. Well, you have a treat today. And that is, you're going to hear from someone you know and love, and I know and love. And in fact, I was thrilled when I came home from Florida yesterday afternoon. Oh boy, did I get greeted royally when I got off that plane. It made me really glad to come home. This is a fellow who teaches beautiful classes. Many of you have taken those classes with him. You love him. He does his Saturday morning book study. And he's always there for us, always there in support, always there knowing the truth behind the appearance and making life good. So will you please welcome, speaking about initiating wholeness, Reverend Mike Gerdes.
Well, thank you, Dr. Maxine. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, it's a delight to be here. You know, it was Carl Sagan that said, you know, we're all star stuff. We really are. Who you are, the physical self of yourself, has been around for over 5 billion years. I know. You think you're old. The truth is that who you are is much older than that, because who we really are is the God itself expressing by means of us. We're not our thoughts, we're not our feelings, we're not our physical bodies, but we express through all this. And the essence of who we are is perfect, whole, spiritual, and divine, right now, just the way you are. Okay, so what is this about initiating wholeness if we're already whole? We are. The real self of ourselves, the real self of yourself, is complete, perfect, and whole right now. And you're looking at me saying, huh? But what about this pain in my neck? What about this? What about that? Well, this and that's happened. Sometimes it's a natural progress of aging. Yeah, I know aging happens, but it's like when you wear out your shoes. Eventually you have to slough those off and you get a new body. We're continually creating a new body. Whether it's on this plane or another plane, we create new bodies as we move along. But what about our well-being right here and right now? One of the hard parts about our teaching is that we teach that we have a responsibility for where we are in life. We have a responsibility for not only how we are, where we are in life, but what happens to us in life, and then how we deal with it in life. Now, you may be in a situation in which you consciously had nothing to do with it. I get that. But we do have consciously something to do with how we respond to it. We have a young man in our apartment complex. He works at Vanguard. He's got a good job. He gets picked up by a bus every day. It takes him to work and takes him home. I help out sometimes when he needs to have his garbage dumped or his recycling dumped. But other than that, this guy is self-sufficient. He can't see, he can't hear, but he's leading a good life. He's adapted to what is. He deals with what is. And you don't hear him complain much. Of course, he doesn't talk very much either. But the truth is, you've learned to deal with what is. Now, some of us have some physical conditions. Those conditions can change. We say in our teaching that We can control our conditions by the use of the law of mind, and we can. But sometimes it takes diligent work. Sometimes when we do spiritual mind treatment and it doesn't work instantaneously, although sometimes it does, oftentimes it does, we give up. The saddest thing I know is a person who gives up on their teaching. The saddest thing I know is somebody who gives up and thinking this just doesn't work for me, that have lost their faith. I say that because I have been there at one time in my life. I was at a point in my life where things weren't going well, shall we say. And the nice thing about our communities, the nice thing about a religious science community, a New Thought community, is I could reach out and somebody could know the truth for me when I didn't know it for myself. You see, we don't ask you to know it all. We ask you to recognize what's going on and that you have some responsibility to do something about it. And reach out and talk to a practitioner. If you don't know what a practitioner is, check on the website. Call a minister. You sure know what they are. And we're fortunate enough to have one of the very best ministers in the entire movement as our spiritual leader. Call her up. She actually answers the phone. Sometimes you have to call twice, but she'll answer the phone. We have a community that supports one another. And the point of it is, don't give up. If you're working towards a spiritual healing or a healing in some part of your life, be it physical, financial, emotional, mental, anything, don't give up. Don't give up. The only time you're going to lose in this teaching is when you give up. See, we're surrounded by this creative mind which receives the impress of our thought and acts upon it, absolutely. But we have to remember that it's not us that's doing it. It's not even the practitioner that's doing it. It's the law of mind, or God, as you might say, that's doing it. But you know what? We have to make a choice. We have to make a choice for wholeness. Sometimes, sometimes my belief is that we've got some inner demons. Now, I don't believe in a devil and that kind of stuff, but we've got personal demons sometimes. There's issues in our lives sometimes where we don't feel we deserve things. We don't deserve good. We're not enough. If you feel that you're not enough, you forget who you are. You're stardust. You're the individualization of God's life itself. And if you need to be reminded of that, call me up. Call a practitioner up. And we will remind you you're valuable, you're worthwhile, and you deserve only good in your life. But some of us have that subjective side embodied in our lives. And we're not even consciously aware of that. But we act out in doing some things to try to fulfill unmet needs of being enough, or otherwise seek oblivion. It's sad, but it's true how many people reach out for alcohol and drugs. And sometimes they don't know why. I know one of the things that happens for people in the 12-step programs is along the line they basically do a personal inventory and find out what's going on in their lives. They talk about it. They share it with other people. And what they find out oftentimes is that there's resentments that they can let go of. There's anger they can let go of. There's childhood issues they can let go of. And there's an opportunity for them to turn to their higher power, that glorious universal spirit, often referred to as Gus, and help them to not drink today. Help them to embrace reality today. And help them to guide them into being a more creative expression or a more perfect expression of life today. It was 22, excuse me, it was 22 years ago today that I had my last drink of alcohol. Yeah, thank you. That was 22 years ago today. I remember it so clearly. And so I celebrate my sobriety date on 9/11. Interesting, that 9/11, there was a lot of stuff going on, as you'll remember, in 2001. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful. That's one of the other things we can do when we're finding ourselves in a situation that we're having difficulty in embracing wellness. Let's say we've got some illness that's bothering us and we don't seem to be able to shake it. Look for the good in it. Look for the good in it. I found that sometimes when I was a kid, I'd hold on to illnesses just so I didn't have to do something. I found out that I could have a sore throat. I wouldn't have to go to the square dance. There's things that you do in life unconsciously that you do in life or don't do in life so that you can make stuff happen, whatever. But take a look in your life as to why you're not living the life that you say you want to live. There may be a reason for that. That may be something you need to talk to somebody about. Maybe you need to talk to a professional about. But the point is, you need to choose wellness. You need to choose wholeness. That's your choice. It's your right. Wholeness is your right. Wellness is your right. Abundance is your right. Health, abundance, and love are all your rights. You deserve the best. Absolute best in life, because God wants the best for by and means of you. In other words, you're here to express the greater idea of life and love, and by doing so, you're expressing the greater idea of God, and God deserves that. You deserve to show your best and give your best so that God is well pleased by means of you. And how do you know that? By your being well pleased with you. So enjoy life. Find ways that you can express that life. Give back to others. Help one another. Support one another. If somebody else is down or you haven't seen them for a while, needs some aid, some support, needs some reminding, to tell them that they're loved, that they're beloved of God, and that they are themselves stardust, give them a call. Look them up. See them. Give them a hug. Give them some encouragement, because you know there's only one. When you're helping somebody else, ultimately, we're just helping ourselves. And so it is.
Thank you. I could kiss him. That was awesome. I am inspired. Thank you so much. Whoa. He had all these notes. He didn't use one of them. I love that. Spirit was having its way with you. I really appreciate that. It was a wonderful talk. Thank you for lifting us all and reminding us of some important things. And so I am so inspired that I'd like to make a big contribution to the center today, which means it's time for our prosperity. And during this offertory, you'll have an opportunity to give in so many different ways. Many of you know my preference always is holding my gift in my hand and holding it to my heart, because I know every good gift comes to me and to all of us from the very heart of God. And so we have the joy of giving back to the closest source of our spiritual food. For me, the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living is it. Will you join with me, if you wish to, in saying our prosperity affirmation? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
Come on, y'all.
Feeling good, feeling right. Every day, every night.
Come on.
I got joy in my life, in my life.
Oh, yes, I do, yeah.
I used to wake up feeling real stressed. Now I wake up feeling real blessed. I'm in the sunshine and living my best life. There for a minute I was feeling real rough, until I saw that what I had was enough. I didn't know that I could love it this much, but I'm feeling good, feeling right. Every day, every night. 'Cause I got joy in my life, in my life. Yeah. Say farewell, say farewell, say goodbye, say goodbye to my world, to my world. Reasons strive, reasons strive. 'Cause I got joy in my life, in my life, in my life, in my life. Sing it with me now. Joy. Yeah, yeah. Baby, baby, I got joy. Oh, yeah. When the rain falls, when the sun shines, when the winds change in the hard times, I will stand firm, I'll be alright. 'Cause I got joy in my life. When the rain falls, when the sun shines, when the winds change in the hard times, I will stand firm, I'll be alright. 'Cause I got joy in my life. Feeling right every day, every night. 'Cause I got joy in my life, in my life. Yeah. Say farewell, say goodbye to my world, reasons strive, reasons strive. 'Cause I got joy in my life, in my life, in my life, in my life. Sing it with me now. Joy. Yeah, yeah. Baby, baby, I got joy. Oh, yeah.
That was fun. Okay. Oh, it's been a wonderful morning. Thank you so much for being with us. You know, Ernest Holmes said, we affirm the body is a spiritual idea, that every organ, action, and function must have a spiritual prototype or equivalent back of or within it. Isn't it great to know every cell of our body every cell becomes alive when we focus the love on it, as Reverend Mike showed us and reminded us so beautifully today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now next week we'll be in person at Enterprise in Eagleville. So look us up on the web. You'll know exactly how to get there, and we'll have a wonderful live time together, and we're looking forward to it. Now we're going to have a closing song that was recorded some time ago by our music team, and we invite you to sing it with us if you'd like. It's called I Send My Love.
Let's all sing together, I Send My Love. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Again. my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my faith. I send my faith over the mountains. I send my faith over the sea. I send my faith into the heavens, and it returns to me. Send my kindness. I send my kindness over the mountains. I send my kindness over the sea. I send my kindness into the heavens, and it returns to me. Back to love. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns. And it returns to me. One more time. And it returns to me.
And so we remember, right here and right now, we are that stardust. In fact, we're more than that. We're the Christ itself. We are God itself expressing by means of us. So we embrace that idea of wholeness as being our divine birthright. It's what we're here to do. So we give thanks for that, releasing this word. We know it is all so, and so it is.
And